Hey gorgeous, welcome back. In this video I will be showing you how to measure your nails for press-ons, and all you would need is just a pen or something to write with, measuring tape or something to measure with, and you will also need some tape. And your tape does not have to be as big as country as mine, but this is all I have, so yeah. And I also have some scissors to cut my tape. So what you want to do is grab you off a piece of tape, and this piece does not have to be big or anything. We just need a piece that is big enough to cover the nail. Now you just want to put the tape on your nail, and this part is really important. You just want to make sure you really crease the sides of your nail, and you could do that with your thumb. Just really make sure you put an indent on each side of the nail, and this is important because it's going to make sure your measurement come out super accurate. Then take your pen and mark in that same exact spot where you made that crease in, and you just want to do both sides and try to make your lines a little better than mine, because this marker was giving me some little fat lines and I was not trying to do that. But yeah, you're going to put the tape down on whichever finger you just did and grab your measuring tape, and we will be using the centimeter side. And you basically are just going to measure these two ticks that we just made. I start at the first tick and then I count all the way until I get to the last tick. And you just count each individual tick. That's all you got to do. I started off by counting each individual tick like this, the regular degular way, and it worked out good. I believe my measurement was 14 millimeters, just like on the other side. So yeah, I'm glad I did this, by the way, because I never really knew my exact measurements. But yeah, if you want to do this much faster, just remember that these medium ticks right here equal up 5. So you could just count 5, and then once you get to the longer tick, that's 10, and just keep counting. That makes it so much easier and much faster. So yeah, just like that. That was super easy. Now I'm just going to repeat those same steps for my index finger. All right, and again, just make sure you crease the sides really well. And I'm using some heavy duty thick jumbo type of tape, and it just kept on unraveling. That's why you see me doing it over and over. Highly don't recommend. But I forgot to mention, you want to take the measurement from the widest part of your nail. You don't want to go too high or too low. You want to do the widest part, as you see me doing, putting these marks right here. I forgot to mention that. As long as you make your marks at the widest part of your nail, you're good, honestly. That's the most important step, but that's super easy to remember. And trust, you're going to get accurate results every time. Here I am doing my index finger, and to my surprise, it was actually smaller than my left. I could have took that measurement wrong, like went too high or too low, or my fingers really could be two different sizes. But since I already know my size, I decided not to remeasure. Also, when you are measuring your nails for press-ons, make sure you measure both hands, because as you can see, they are different, they're not the same. So luckily for me though, I bought my nails from Shein, so measuring my nails to a T like this doesn't really make much difference to me. However, if the nail artist is actually making your nails, this method will actually be really good for you. This way your press-on can actually fit sidewall to sidewall, a custom fit. All right, finally finishing up the last nail. That was not too bad, honestly. I think that took me around like 15 to 20 minutes. Overall though, my measurements came out pretty accurate. The only one that was kind of different was the index finger, but still it wasn't like super, super different. So even though I already know my size, I'm a small, but I'm still going to show you a sizing chart that you can use. So I buy my nails off of Shein. So actually when I go to buy my nails, it actually have a sizing chart up there that you can read. And if you just swipe through, they actually have examples showing you how to measure your nails as well if you needed a little bit more help. But this is the sizing chart to go by to determine if you are small, medium, or large. And I'm just looking at the measurements that I did, trying to see if they match up, and they do. Actually, mines are a little off by like 1, and I think that has something to do with that marker that I was using. Like I told y'all, it was making my lines super fat. So, which brings me to tell y'all, because I forgot, but when you are measuring your nails, always go up a size. Like if you are in between like a 4 and a 5, go up to a 5, or if you are between a 6 and a 7, go up to the 7. As you can see for mine, I'm actually off like 1 point. Like for the thumb, it should be 15 and I'm a 14. And then for the index, it should be 11 and I'm a 10, and so forth. So I'm kind of off, but like I said, I already know I'm a small, but that's a good example. And also use that tip for when you're actually measuring your nails as well, because that'll help you out a lot. So I think I already said this, but I'm going to say it again. This method is good for anyone who wants to know their size, but it is especially good for anyone who wants their nails custom made, custom fit, where your artists have to know your exact individual finger size. Because Shein nails are handmade, but they are not custom. There's definitely a difference. I actually never even tried custom press-on nails, but I definitely want to because I know they tea. But anyway, y'all, I'm just showing you another way to measure. Basically, if you don't have any tape on hand and maybe you just have measuring tape, basically just wrap the measuring tape around your nail and you actually get the same results. And this is just kind of quicker and easier. That way, you don't have to deal with the tape and all of that stuff. Personally, I like both methods, so just choose whichever one works for you. There's actually other methods. If I did not make any sense to you, all you have to do is just search it on YouTube. But for me though, this is personally my favorite way to do this. I really hope this video helped you all out a lot. If you like to keep your nails looking good without spending so much money, go ahead and subscribe to this channel. I'll show you how to get that $5 set of nails to last for weeks. But that is all for this video. I really hoped you liked it. If you did, go ahead and give this video a thumbs up. And of course, I will see you all in my next video. Bye.